Snake Eyes. Yeah, that was a good moment to catch. Playing Metal Gear Solid 5 and shooting down a helicopter and being like, okay, whatever. And then noticing that the helicopter is getting a little bit loud and realizing it was about to crash on me.
It's like some of the amazingly, hilariously stupid shit that can happen in Breath of the Wild.
Stuff that you're not doing deliberately.
Yes.
Like, punking on Yiga tribesmen. Man, those are some fucking heels Ori wearing.
Yeah, no shit. Those are almost like Bayonetta heels. Jesus.
Those don't look comfortable to wear at all.
Not really. Then again, heels in general aren't comfortable to wear, I don't think.
No, they're not. Alright, now that we've established that nobody's going to elaborate on either of those statements.
Today in Radical Bromance, Walker and Alex talk about everything except for the game.
Like, Ultim's heels are a little bit more reasonable.
Yeah, they're like chunky heels instead of stilettos.
Things you would be a little bit more okay with being kicked by.
And walking in general.
Things less likely to cause piercing damage when they move at you at high velocity.
Right.
I mean, if I had to wear stiletto heels, I would at least make sure, like, the heels actually had stilettos in them.
Yeah, there wasn't. What's the point?
Telescopic daggers. Well, I don't even think that'd even be a dagger, it'd be really more of like a knife.
Well, yeah.
A dagger has to be a certain length, I think.
But yeah, like, how... It must take a lot of fucking practice to walk in stiletto heels.
Let alone fight in them.
Yeah.
Good thing through the power of anime, you can do whatever you want.
Indeed.
All you need is a montage to show that you've learned how to do it. Gonna need a montage. When you want to show a lot of time has passed, but I don't even remember how that song went.
Neither do I. I haven't seen Team America in like a decade, so
pretty much. Like, I only remember a few bits from Team America. Like, he's going down Bakalaka Baka Street. No, it's Bakalaka Daka Street.
I really don't remember anything about that movie.
And like 5 minutes of puppets fake puking.
Okay, I remember that part.
And Matt Damon. Matt Damon! I like how Matt Damon was cool with that and he voiced himself too. When I bought the Bourne Conspiracy for the 360 and had to make my own box art, that's what I put on the back. It's just the screenshot of Matt Damon from Team America doing his Matt Damon thing.
I guess from how Six told the story, it was that originally Matt Damon was going to have actual lines, but then they made the puppet and it looked like it was retarded, and Matt Damon thought it was so hilarious that he just decided to roll with the Matt Damon thing.
All you can say is Matt Damon like a Pokemon.
Yes. How is the Bourne Conspiracy, anyway?
It's a licensed game. It's adequate.
Merely adequate. Okay.
Which is about really kind of like the best you could really expect from a licensed game.
Yeah, honestly.
Unless you're playing like Marvel vs. Capcom, I guess, which is technically a licensed game. I remember at the console version of the Captain America game was okay. It was like a modern Batman game, but a really light version of it.
I'm kind of curious to see how the new Spider-Man game is going to play. Like, I hear it's, like, on the surface, it's similar to the Arkham games, but it's a lot different once you actually start playing it.
And it also makes sense for it to have the Arkham-style combat, considering the whole Spider-Sense thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Batman just does it by proxy, virtue of being Batman.
Uh-huh. And it was also really boring in Batman, I think. Like, I really did not like the Arkham games at all.
The problem was you needed to do a variety in every fight you were in order to actually get, like, a decent amount of experience.
That and, like, countering became the entire fucking game.
Like playing Dead or Alive. Well,
yeah,
anything prior to 5, anyway.
It's like just one-button combat. You don't even move around. You just wait for a guy to attack you and then hit the Y button. That's it. For like, ever.
It took a while to actually, like, get a guy down enough health to actually take him down doing that, but...
So I liked, the Spider-Man game before last. Right, The Amazing Spider-Man. Because it had that Arkham-style combat, but you didn't actually have to succeed on the counters to do any damage to the enemies. Like, they wouldn't block forever like they do in Batman and, like, in Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs is a little bit better about it.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I mean, it was also a more realistic game, so it made sense to not just be able to tank shit with your face.
Right. My point being, it made it difficult for me to play because my reflexes are not that good. Like, input lag fucks me completely. I cannot play Batman, I cannot play Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs has the benefit of, like, you have the power of God.
I mean, yeah, that is an option.
Or a cleaver that you stole from the kitchen. Or a staff. Or nunchucks. Things that, well, you probably don't want to block. Or if you do, it'll hurt. A lot. Having been hit with many of these things before, like, blocking is, while still the smarter decision, still painful.
So that's what I was doing wrong when I was fighting that giant fire-breathing lizard in Tales of Zestiria.
I'm kind of like iffy on Zestiria's skits. I don't really like go to and get skit. I'd prefer be doing something in general and get skit.
Occasionally those pop up as well.
Usually it's for like a landmark or something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of iffy on Zestiria in general.
And now you've got to experience the shitty-ass weapon fusion thing.
I hated that the first time.
Like, at least in Graces, it was like, okay, there's like a clear benefit to what you're doing. Not like, hey, you've done this, now it's a different skill here.
Yeah, I've basically just been ignoring skills altogether as a result, and just mashing weapons together to get a higher number.
That's what I did, and, well, it kind of worked, it kind of did not.
Well, unfortunately, I'm either going to continue on with that playstyle, or I'm just going to shelf the game and start playing Berseria instead.
I just ended up being like, you know what, I'm just going to turn down the difficulty.
Because, I mean, the combat's alright. It's, you know, Tails combat.
I think I got, like, I think usually I would lose to a boss once and then be like, okay, I guess I'll just turn down the difficulty and try again. And that was typically enough. So I was adequately leveled at least.
Yeah, I haven't been struggling too much. Like, where the hell am I at in the game right now? Just left.
Wherever you went, you weren't being bold enough.
Right. The capital of the second country, whatever the hell it is.
Damn, I can't remember either. You got a letter from, what's his name? The guy that Xander Mobius voices, I think. The night guy.
Right, yeah.
Who somehow really believed a really obvious lie. You got to that part, right?
I'm not sure.
Also, the music stopped.
Huh.
The day the music died. So it's like, okay, you've ran the duration of this song that it was actually repeating.
That hurts for the dramatic effect.
Probably. I know you should have. I think you probably hit that point.
The obvious lie.
Like when you go through the checkpoint to get into town in the first place.
Yeah, yeah.
Where Rose was like, "Yeah, we're married."
I noticed that Rose and Soray don't complain any time that he continues to refer to them as husband and wife.
Like I said, I think as far as the development team is concerned, like Soray and Mikleo are kind of the couple of the game. Which I can see on one hand, but
yeah.
I can still see Soray and Rose too.
I like Rose. She's fun.
It's like, well, I mean, Rose is more like the way they banter is like pretty clear. Like, yeah, they're compatible people.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Mikleo is like Sundara light.
Basically, yeah.
And Edna is like just straight Sundara.
I like Edna too. Her sarcasm amuses me.
Good job, Kira Buckland, you did it.
Like that whole scene in the caves where they find this giant shrimp fossil on the wall, and Edna's just the entire time obsessing about how much she wants to cook it.
Never did you find that? God, there's some kind of mineral in the cave that they talk about, and she and Rose do like the word plays. Except it's all about using the word, different words for butt.
No, I didn't find that.
And Mikleo's just like, oh my god.
Today, the part of Sharia will be played by Mikleo.
And then there's Lila.
Lila.
Good job, Carrie. Never changed. Carrie Kiernan? Kiernan?
Kiernan? I don't know.
Casca in Berserk.
Right. I like the description you get if you look at the hat hairstyle for Lila. It's like this bold forehead, or no, behind this bold forehead lies jumbled together infinite knowledge of Hellions along with reprehensible puns.
I kinda hate how most of the hat styles are just like slicked back hair, prominent forehead.
Yeah.
Who wears hats like that?
It gets old after a while. Well, I mean, I always comb my hair back anyway, so...
Must be nice.
Yes, I know. How's the breeze up there, Baldy?
Well, I have some hair. It's like all I'm like not in places I'd rather it be. Like if I had like the Scottie Pippen all up on top, none on the sides, I'd be like, sure, whatever, that's fine.
Alex here suffers from advanced male pattern baldness, which means he's basically got hair in the back of his head and no place else. He's like Jean-Luc Picard.
I look like a friar.
Friar Tuck.
Exactly. I don't want the friar haircut. By the way, here's Linne almost naked. Because you're into that, right?
Does it look like something out of Full Metal Alchemist all of a sudden?
Behold the truth of immortality. It turns you black.
Right, okay.
And puts, like, the sigils all over you.
And that's starting to sound more like Tales of, Exilia 2 again. Here. Or what was another thing where the protagonist, their skin turned black as they use their powers? I can't think of it now.
Like, I know what I'm thinking of, but I don't remember what its name is. There's been many things like that.
Something recent. I just can't place it.
I don't think it's gonna work like
No.
that. Reed.
It was one of the fates. It was a Fate Apocrypha. I was thinking of Sieg.
Oh yeah. Seems like I'm gonna have my boyfriend killed. And I bet he'll totally go along with it. Hyde will be like, no. I don't think so.
Evidently not. Well.
Anyway, next time on Radical Bromance, I think I play as another small child.
Oh yeah.
Yay.